EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to USAA Stadium, the home of the Madden Championship Series. Glad you could join us, football fans, as we get ready for kickoff. It's Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt up in the booth. And Brock, I want you to take us back down to the field. When you were a player, what are these moments like just before the game begins and you take the field for the first time?
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You wish you could just get to this, right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all your work over the course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple of decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Right ahead. Looks like the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Shotgun now, first round. Throwing the out route, complete. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense in a hurry up here.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
Stroud now on 4th down. Look at that power, deep left side. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Okay, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
1st and 10 from the 32. Sending him on the dive. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This one falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Ward's going to throw it. Throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Ward now on 3rd down. He's got it. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. handoff up the gut. He runs it across. Touchdown! The Texans get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the ends.
He misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0.
Chase McLaughlin set to
So
kick
following
off.
that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. And they're full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. And brings up 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
Fourth down and 9, and look at this. The offense is still out there. Stroud gonna go for it. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Result of the play.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Ward. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Intercepted in the end zone. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Panthers get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
On first down, they'll run. Tackle made right around the 26. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Panthers first.
A gain of 12.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
There's a dive up the middle. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Off the play action, here's Stroud. An all-around tough play shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. They'll throw. Third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, who puts a sack on the board.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. First and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Caught by his back. And he's tackled for no gain.
And there's heat. That blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Ward's going to throw here on third. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. And that is the end of our first quarter. Our score, 6-0. More Madden Ultimate Team action coming up on EA Sports. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. And from their own side of the field, they're going to risk it here on fourth. Again, Ward going to the air. Lasers this one deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
It's a gain of 57.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
From the red zone on first. They can touchdown here, but they cannot. Second and goal.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Forced out to his right. And he drives this forward to the 6.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
We've got 3 tight ends out there now. Here's third and goal. Ward off the play fake. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
On for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Blown back, gets the handoff. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Stroud now on third. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
They're going to go for this. It's Stroud. Into the hands of Kittle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. One of their best play calls of this game so far, Brock. 17 yards on fourth down. That gets them the first. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They'll run here on first down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
On play action, here's Stroud. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be third and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
They'll air it out on third. That one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing fourth down.
That's a throw at this level. There's so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Fourth down, the offense is staying on the field. They're going for it. Stroud's going to throw for it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Texans take possession of their own 43-yard line.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Ventrell Miller making that play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
To the air with Ward. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. So first down from the 41. Ward has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
10 more yards.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. And you're going to be just fine.
Here he is on 2nd and inches. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one.
When your play caller's trusting you to take a shot there on 2nd and inches, you can't go backwards and put yourself now in 3rd and extra long.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Third and long for him here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Panthers have the football back just shy of the midfield stripe. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, it's a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
When you ask a lot of your defenders on that field, it is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignments, hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. Slot receivers headed left. Stroud gonna go on 4th down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All we want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's the long back on the handoff. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war in field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
To the air on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on a long reversal effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Ward setting up to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
On 3rd and long, it's Ward. He has the first over the middle. The 40. Into the red zone. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding that football in the end zone.
Are you sure about that? Because you know what I love about these moments? I love especially going back and watching them on tape and watching the big guys. Watching all those O-linemen. Certainly some are going to walk, some are going to wave, but eventually some will make their way 90 yards downfield to celebrate that one as well. Because you're right, it was one heck of a show.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. This return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
From the gun, Stroud. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
I call this quarterback's best friends. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Stroud going to go for it. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
1st down throw here for Ward. Caught into the hands of Freiermuth. He's going to be hauled down to the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
At the 2-yard line.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Texans make it a 3-possession game. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Starting from the 5. And that's That's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. First and 10. Hand off to the back. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, the best of them take advantage of it.
And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. Hate to say it, but it kind of feels like time, Brock. It might be time for this offense to get a little more one-dimensional because his ground game hasn't done anything. I mean, just look up at the scoreboard.
Or maybe the in-between is a little play action. I mean, everything they've done, unfortunately, has not worked. And that one, to go backwards.
To number 80. A gain of 10 yards. And it's third down.
Third and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. Throw is caught by the back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Chased out to his right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Texans take possession of the football at their own 20 after the turnover.
The Texans take over first and 10.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Ward. This one's taken in by Thornton. And he's going to go out of bounds before he's going to make anything of that effort, partner. Going to be a loss of, it looks like about 1 on 1st down.
He steps out of bounds.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or 2 miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
Off the play fake. Here's Ward. Side finds Freiermuth. There's a little bit up to the 21. Juju Brents with a stop.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Panthers bringing out a 5th defensive back on 3rd. Here he goes. 3rd and long. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
Again, Ward going to the air. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Texans football, and they hold a commanding advantage in this one. It's a dime look defensively from the Panthers. 3rd down coming. From the gun, it's Ward. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. On 4th down, Ward. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost him the possession.
And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. So 1st down from the 41. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And hey, if you can't prevent the catch, Brock, at least prevent a gain after it, right? So they make the quick stop at the 31. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. It's Stroud. Oh, no. They get him yet again. And the Texans are tackled after a stellar return. Following the interception, they're going to take over at their 40.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Houston.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's the handoff. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. So 2nd down coming up. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. They'll air it out on 3rd. Finds a seam down the middle. It'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
From the red zone on 1st. That one's incomplete in the end zone. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Here we go, right up the gut. And he's not going to get in. Another stand defensively, and they've made it 4th and goal.
A loss of 2
It's after
yards.
plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
On the ground again on 4th and goal. And they stop it. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on down near the end zone.
50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate. And that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
From his end zone, it's Stroud. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Carlton Davis. And the Texans will get it back with some time to work with. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Going ground on 1st and goal. They'll maybe get 2 out of that, so that play brings us to the 2-minute warning. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
So many offenses will script, Kate, their first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue the push for the goal line.
They're going to pass it here. Pass it in close. And in he goes for the Houston touchdown. The Texans put up even more points in a win. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter dominance.
The tight end gets it on the fake. And he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Return starts at the 9. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Dumps it off to his running back. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next.
And they pick him off again. And the Texans get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, it's pretty clear just watching this unfold. They want to find a way to get this player in space where he's most dangerous. Defenders made sure they kept him contained and limited what came off on that one.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have two available for them as we approach the end of this game.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Ward off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And their fourth sack of the game right there brings up second down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
To the air with Ward. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Third and long for him here. And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So it's a win for the Texans. And a lot to be happy with on both sides of the football as they come away with a total team victory in this one. So that's going to do it for us here at EA Sports. This has been another presentation of Madden Ultimate Team. It's a win for the Texans as we say goodnight, everybody.